Welcome, and you tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks. Well, when homage is due, homage is paid. First off, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope y'all are enjoying the football and enjoying time with your family. But we got to jump right into it. Last night we had a marquee matchup in basketball. The Golden State Warriors, City Thunder. Really, it was Kevin Durant versus Russell Westbrook. Now, Kevin Durant wants to be the one to let this die. Russell Westbrook is not going to let this die. He's not that type of guy. He's going to remind you every time he faces you on the court, especially now that he has a adequate team to face you, that he is better than you, or at least he feels that way. And you have to make sure that you rise up to the occasion and remind him that you are Kevin Durant every time that you guys face each other. But let's get right into it. The Oklahoma City Thunder does pose somewhat of a threat to the Warriors from a matchup standpoint. They can put a lineup out there with Russell Westbrook, Roberson, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Steven Adams. Those guys are able to switch everything. And a couple of those matchups with the Paul George matchup and the Russell Westbrook matchup are favorable for those guys. And Draymond Green versus Carmelo Anthony are matchups that they all like. When Steph Curry is on Russell, they like it. You won't find Russell guarding Paul George because we know what that means. You won't find him in a switch with Carmelo Anthony because we know what that means. Because they have more balance on the floor, you can't hide Steph Curry in the corner now because you got to have the matchup wise. You don't want Kevin Durant guarding Paul George the entire time because he's going to pick up two quick fouls just like he did last night, which altered the whole game. That changed the whole game. Russell Westbrook is finally going to get what he wants, and that's Steph Curry guarding him. He has no problem with guarding Steph Curry, but Steph Curry can't guard him. He's too little. He's not going to be able to guard Russell Westbrook unless Westbrook is shuttling for that jump shot. He did a great job last night by being on attack and leading his team. Mind you now, let's not jump the gun. Golden State Warriors not going to shoot 41% from the field again. They're not going to have 22 turnovers again. Maybe probably all season. They were very careless with the ball. They were not ready to go as far as their energy level. The Oklahoma City Thunder team was ready to go. The arena was rocking, and they was ready to play some basketball. I seen some early flourish from Steph Curry and Kevin Durant early, but Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, if you guys are not going to be the star players in this game that you are, your team will be in trouble. Because you cannot go 3 for 14 Klay Thompson against a guy like Paul George. Paul George is a great player, an excellent defender, and he did a miraculous job last night on Klay Thompson. I didn't even know Klay was out there. Steph Curry had a respectable game, 9 of 18 from the field, but it was Russell Westbrook doing what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it against Steph Curry. That was the determining factor in this game. And we also seen a preview of what Carmelo Anthony looks like when he goes up against a similar small forward that's really playing power forward. You can't check that man one-on-one. Player of the year, and he cooked that man. He worked that man out. No disrespect to Draymond. I think Draymond could figure it out. But if your recipe for winning is having Draymond Green stay one-on-one with Carmelo Anthony and we live with the results, man, I'm trying to tell you, y'all finna see a reemergence of Carmelo Anthony whenever they go head-to-head in that series because that will not work. Oklahoma City Thunder played with energy. They was able to force turnovers, and they rebounded the ball well. But make no mistake about it, they're going to have to shoot the ball better from the perimeter, and they're not going to be able to have 17 turnovers of their own when they play Golden State again in the regular season or in the series and expect to win. What we saw last night was pretty much how it's going to go. Russell Westbrook is going to lead an energized Thunder team against the Warriors and try to execute off the pick and roll the best they can. The pick and roll with Steven Adams hitting that floater was unreal last night. He was clearly the best big man on the floor, altering shots at the rim and scoring the ball when he got touches. Roberson was his normal self, running the floor, creating havoc on the defensive end. That game was nothing short of amazing. But with that being said, I got a message for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, you have to understand that you are still public enemy number one. Nobody's going to like you. Your job is to make everybody respect you and to understand that you're the second or the first best basketball player in the game of basketball because you do this on the floor. If you go out there and and looking for help. I thought you was ready to go. You had 8 points real quick, but you caught those 2 quick fouls. You know how Russell is. He's going to keep coming. He's not going to stop. You should know that he is your kryptonite when it comes to that, because you're one non-confrontational dude, and Russell Westbrook is going to bring it to your front door. I'm going to need you to tighten up, sir, and I'm going to need you to be ready, because the Russ God is coming, and he is coming for you. Homage is due, and homage has been paid to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thank you, Carmelo Anthony, for reminding people in front of a national televised audience that you are truly a Hall of Fame basketball player, and you cannot be covered one-on-one when the adequate spacing is there. Make no mistake about it. Oklahoma City Thunder, you played a miraculous game. Hopefully this is a jump start for you guys to get on the winning streak and get on the road that we all waiting on y'all to get on. Y'all been blowing some leads. Y'all didn't blow one yesterday. That's a good sign for you guys going forward. Continue to build and continue to work on your chemistry and execute the offense. Golden State Warriors, I know y'all have been the defending champions. Sometimes you're not interested, but Kevin Durant, you have to understand on nights where Clay is not going and Steph Curry is playing basketball, he's not being the Steph God that he is. You, sir, are the one who's supposed to get them over that hump and go for the 30s and the 40s because of the offense and the shots that it generates for you. If you do not do that, sir, you will be going home early, because I don't know if you paid any attention, but his teams in the Western Conference have designed their teams just to beat you guys. And with that being said, this marks another edition of Homage Speaks.